Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another pickups video. All these pickups are technically from today. One thing I ordered on eBay and had to go and get it from the post office because it wouldn't fit through the fucking letterbox. And I got one Amazon order as well, which I had in the week. So we went to me, my mate Luxton, Chris and Glitch. We went to Cardiff today and we were going to go on the train, but apparently there's fucking train strikes and stuff, so we ended up going in the car. So thanks Luxton for driving, much appreciated. We're there nice and early, managed to find a parking space, so no dramas there. Yes, we went to CEX today. We went to Forbidden Planet. We went to, it was like a really cool TV merchandise store. We went in there, didn't pick anything up in there. And then we went to Super Tomato, which is the highlight, always the highlight when we go to Cardiff. I said I think in my Xbox Top 3 Tuesday this week, I wanted to focus more on beefing up my Xbox 360 collection. It's not the strongest, but so I focused on that. But before I show you what I got, the evening before we go, I always go on the CEX site on my iPad. And if you didn't know, you can, when you put in like Xbox 360 games, you can, on the right, you can put it search store. So I always, the night before, pretty organised, every single console I own, I always put down there, and so I put in Xbox 360, for example, Cardiff, and I go through, and then I do a screenshot, so I'll have that on my phone, and then I kind of know what games I'm looking for when I go in there, you know. But there was 2 games that they're showing that they got in stock, but they haven't got. And my mate as well, Luxon, he was looking for Need for Speed for the Xbox One. Again, showed they've got it in stock, and they couldn't find it. So Cardiff, sort your fucking stock file out. Yeah, but they did have all the other games. Had my eye on. So first game I'm going to show off is Amped 3. And this is, always love seeing only on Xbox, or in this case only on Xbox 360. It's always a seal of approval. And yeah, I enjoy my snowboarding games. This was like £1 or something like that. So I thought, yeah, get in my collection. The case isn't the best, Nick. It just feels a little bit flimsy, you know. And obviously you got the fucking CX stickers, which are hard to get off. But yeah, happy to have it in the collection. It only cost me £1. Another game I'm really happy to have, unfortunately it didn't have a manual, I don't know if it came with a manual, is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit for the 360. Again, this was like £2.50, I think, something like that. It was a very cheap game, and the graphics look really, really impressive, you know. I do enjoy racing games on the Xbox. I think I prefer the Xbox when it comes to racing games. So happy to have that in the collection. But I just noticed now, if we take the disc out, on the inside it's got like a big map. So maybe that'll come in handy, I don't quite know. But yeah, I've heard this is a good game. So looking forward to getting into that. Prince of Persia, picked that up again, £1.50, something like that. Looks pretty good. I think I remember playing this, or one of these games, on the PS3. I think I rented it, but I rented a couple of games from Blockbuster back in the day. Yeah, it was a thing. We used to rent the games and physically take them home and play them for a week. And then sometimes they had like a deal on if you rent 3 games. I think this was the 3rd game, so it didn't get much love in. So again, for like £1.50, I thought, yeah, I feel like it's one of those games just fondly remembered by people. So, see what I was missing out in, you know, and for like £1.50, you can't go wrong. Another game, Time Shift. This was £1, right? I don't know much about it, but I do remember I've definitely seen the cover before. I think it was heavily advertised back when it first came out. I think it's out on the PlayStation 3 as well, but again for £1. And yeah, it looks like quite an interesting looking game. You know, there's vehicles, obviously it's a shooter. Yeah, I like a look at that. That was all the Xbox 360 games I got. Got an Xbox game then, Zurich. Again, it's got the only on Xbox seal. I am decided. I think I might go for a full only on Xbox collection. I had this game back in the day. I don't know if I owned it, or I've definitely played it, I should say. Maybe I lent it off a friend. Looking at the back, I definitely remember. Looks vaguely familiar. I think this was an early Xbox game as well, if memory serves. I thought it was quite good fun, but it didn't leave a lasting impression. I think that was £3 in CEX. That was all the Xbox games I got. This game, Sonic Gems Collection. I picked this up the last 2 times I've gone to Cardiff, and I haven't been to Cardiff for fucking months, okay? I picked this up and put it back about, say, 4 months ago. Picked it up again about 2 months ago and put it back, and it was still there. And both times I regretted putting it back. But what stood out for this, so it's a bit confusing. At a glance, it looks like 3 must-have hits. It looks like 3 games. Again, at a glance, it's got 3 games on the back. But there's, I think, 9... It should just say 9 games. But I believe there's 9 games on this. It says 6 bonus games. Yeah, oh there, it actually says in the back. 9 classic titles from the Sonic the Hedgehog library. And the reason I wanted this is it's got Sonic the Hedgehog fighters in there, in the middle. And I've been looking at the manual. It was complete in box. I was looking at the manual. It looks like it's going to be a good laugh. So this is definitely going to feature in Around the World in 80 games. And I'll do my first impression. So I won't previously play it like Omen of Sorrow. I literally just opened it up, installed it. I think it was installing while I started that video. So you'll get my first raw impressions on that game, okay? Other games I had... I do like my Sonic games. I had Sonic CD, Sonic R, which is the racing game, I believe. Yeah, so the main reason I got it was for that game. But yeah, I got the other ones on there as well. I think I've got a Sonic collection on the GameCube as well. Now, the standout game in CEX, I was pretty excited that they had this in stock. And it's by far the most expensive game in there. Was Guilty Gear Usaka, or Zuka, I think I'm pronouncing that. One of those might have been right. Yeah. Now, this game is notorious in the fighting game community. It's a 4-player fighting game. And it's got like a side-scrolling Streets of Rage mode in there as well. A lot of people say it's the worst game in the series. And when I've never seen it in stock in CEX. And I just wanted to see the condition. It's quite pricey on eBay. As you can see, it's complete in box. Disc's in good condition as well. Manual's nice and minty as well. So I'm really excited to play this. I might do a first impressions on my Around the World in 80 games as well. So stay tuned for that one. Yeah, I'm really happy that's in the collection, you know. Right, so that was my CEX. I would have spent more in there, but yeah, they didn't have 2 of the games on my list. They had Shinobi there. That was £10. That was really cheap. That's like £25 plus on eBay. But I'm trying to save a bit of money, or not spend as much money, I should say, on my hobby, which is game collecting. Not retro and modern game collecting. But the guy, when I was trying to point out this, it was such a faff. I was like, it was as if I pissed on this guy's chips in there, right? I felt like apologising. I think I did say sorry to the guy for making him go to the front window and point the game, and because he was on the bottom shelf. Sorry, mate, I didn't put your stock out. You put it out. And then I couldn't be asked to say I wanted 2 games. I did say I wanted 2, but then he went back, and I thought, you know what, just leave him, mate. You know, must have had a hangover or something. But Yeah, anyway, so he technically saved me money. If I was to buy Shinobi on the PS2, I probably wouldn't play it for a while anyway. So it's one of those games, I like my Shinobi games, but I'm not desperate to play it, you know. So technically, thank you, useless salesman, you saved me a tenner, so thank you. Okay, so we then went to Super Tomato, and I did pretty well in there, but I bought the games, and they had, going on for me saving money, he had the mintiest version I've ever seen of Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo, and it was on the American version. Now in Super Tomato, he's got American stuff, a lot of Japanese stuff, Korean stuff, you know, obviously PAL as well is in there, but he's got a hell of a collection. But some things are very reasonably priced, because he's got like unusual things in there, things you just don't see every day. He's got Neo Geos in there. It's not for sale. It's, what did he say? A guy from Holland is struggling to get back. He's paid for it, or paid a deposit. But it's on display in his cabinet. While the guy tries to come over and pick it up, basically. He also had 2 other things he's got in there today. I've never seen in a while, but it was in a magazine. When I was reading the retro magazines, he had an Amstrad PC with a Mega Drive slot on it. Wow, we don't see stuff like that every day, okay? And the other thing he had, I took a photo of this. I'm probably going to post this on Instagram. This is I wouldn't say holy grail. It would be if these are your type of games. Who remembers Steel, I think it's called Steel Battalion on the Xbox? And it had that big, like, controller for it, which it even had a button on it for the windscreen wipers. It had an eject button, you know, like a flip thing, and you press the eject button. He had the pedals, and he had the big box was there and everything. I didn't ask him how much it was, just because if it was reasonable, I probably would have been tempted to buy it. There's only 1 or 2 games it's compatible with. This is for hardcore people. If you love that game, it's like hardcore gamers for that kind of game, you know, mech games. Yeah, oh yeah, the Super Nintendo in there as well. A Super Nintendo display unit, which is very valuable, apparently. He's got Japanese GameCubes. Yeah, so getting back to, he had this minty Super Nintendo Street Fighter, and I just love the box. It's one of my favourite Street Fighter artworks of all time on there. And at the time, I didn't realise it was American. I just never seen this one before, and not in that condition. His manual was in there as well, which we later found out. And once I bought everything, I was thinking it might look cool on the shelf, like on display. I am probably gonna do like you can see my shelving unit. I'm probably gonna see what IKEA I got, or like a shrine. I want to do a King of Fighters and a Street Fighter like shrine in my games room. And maybe a Samurai Showdown, or like an SNK, King Fighters SNK. I don't know, something. But I definitely want to do a Street Fighter one. That's my first choice, okay? So I thought that would be really cool to have in the collection. And I thought, if it's anywhere around about the £50 mark, I'm going to buy it. So while we were in there, the gamers were coming in, and they were proper collectors as well. Nice guys, like, you know. And it's 4, my group was 4 of us. I think it was another 2 people there, and there was another, you know, so I was aware he was getting a bit busy because it's such a small shop. He was full, basically, with like 8 customers in there. So I asked him, in my mind, I thought, if it's 50 quid, and then he took it in. Not all of his stuff is priced, because he's having new stuff in all the time. He's got to check, so he took it to the till to check the price on it. And he said it's £80, 70 to 80 quid normally, he said, but I'll do it for 50 quid for you. He said, look, he's great in there. I think it's Tom. He's great. He doesn't put any pressure. And he says, no pressure. Have a think about it. So I was looking at it, and open it out with the seal and stuff. Having a look, and I thought, right, okay. And I put it back, and I feel really good I put it back, okay. I would have been happy to have it. It's not a holy grail or anything like that. Basically, I would have been paying 50 quid, because I don't own the SNES. I got the SNES Mini, which has got Street Fighter 2 Turbo on it, which is the main game. I would have paid 50 quid for a decoration. I've got enough nice stuff. I've got enough figures. Oh, he had figures as well. He had a really cool Balrog, similar to like the Akuma and the Sagata I got. Didn't even ask him. I thought, no, I don't need any more right now. So I came out there feeling pretty good. And my mate said, yeah, well done, Tony. They thought I was going to buy it. It would have been a very expensive ornament to have, you know, for 50 quid. So yeah, happy. Go Tony. Anyway, getting back to what I did buy in there. I got some really cool games. He's always got good PlayStation 1 games in there. So I picked up, in fact, it felt like this one in there then. I picked up Motor Racer World Tour. Now, Motor Racer 2 is one of my favourite games. It's definitely my favourite racing game on the PlayStation. I'd never heard of this. Yeah, so it's a really cool looking game, you know. So yeah, I'm happy to have that in the collection. That was only $3.99, so happy fucking days. Then I picked up, he had some games behind the counter, and he's great in there. He was like, what kind of games are you into then? I said, any fighting games? And he was like, oh, the only one that stands out is Zero Divide. I'm always learning about new games all the time, you know. Never heard of this. Made by Ocean. Look, that's pretty cool. 95% winner on PlayStation Plus magazine. And it's like a robots, mechs kind of thing. Like a Virtua Fighter Tekken 3 kind of style game, you know. So yeah, really happy about that. And I just got in there. And look how thick our fucking manual is. Yeah, so obviously complete in box. Happy days. Oh, also, before I forget, anyone that's going for a full Mortal Kombat collection, it's a Special Forces and Sub-Zero. They're very expensive games. They're shite games. Even Tom in there said they're shit. But if you're going for a full Mortal Kombat collection, which I can see myself doing one day, he has got those games in there as well. They're in the cabinet, right? But yeah. Oh, onto my final game then. I'm really excited to play this one. Star Gladiator. Again, I never heard of it. But talk about seal of approval. Capcom. And it's published by, well, Virgin and Capcom. Again, it's a 3D fighting game. It's a game of its time, isn't it? The fighting games, all 3D. Again, complete in box. Ooh, that manual might even be chunkier than the other one. So I'm really excited to play this. These games will definitely be featuring on my channel. I'll probably do a first impressions on them, because most of my gaming time now is being dedicated to fighting games. I'm not complaining. I'm fucking loving it, you know. But the funny thing with that, Chris, my mate, he's the one I normally go game hunting with, or always go game hunting with. And I had it in my hand. I did about 4 or 5 laps of this shop, okay? Because there's people, we were so close together and across the floor, so I thought I'll come back and stuff like that. So he said, oh, this game here, he was looking for the game. He said, I can't remember what it's called. I said, what's it that? And he goes, yeah, that's the game. So he knows me so well, you know. He knew I would pick that game up. So, yeah, cheers, Chris, for being a good game hunting buddy. The other things I bought in there then was, he had 2 gaming magazines. You had Mean Machines PlayStation. I've only bought 1 retro PlayStation magazine. Street Fighter 2 or Alpha 2. Maybe my favourite, Alpha. Maybe 3. So they've got, this is a good magazine. It's got some, I had a quick flick through. A Mortal Kombat trilogy in there. It's a review or preview of it. Obviously Alpha's in there. I'm looking forward to, I'll do a let's read, definitely do a let's read with that. And the other magazine, Mean Machines PlayStation, was that one. So you can see Tekken 3, arguably the best Tekken. My favourite right now is Tekken 7, if I'm honest. A lot of people is either Tekken 3 or Tekken 6. Then the Tekken Tags is another portal to go down. But yeah, this looks like another good magazine. You've got Perfect Weapon in there. Legs You Can, stuff like that. Star Wars Dark Forces. So yeah, I'll definitely do a let's read with that one as well. Now, what I had to go to the post office for was a magazine, believe it or not. But I was pissed off at first, because it's only a magazine, yeah. and it wouldn't fit to the letterbox. But the seller, I thought, if he's put it in a box, he's taking the piss, like. But it was in an envelope. It was just too big to go through the letterbox, and it was on the envelope, like printed was, please do not bend. So I can't be too angry, because the postman was doing his job, wasn't he? He must have read that. I easily would. It was only a thin magazine. Easily could have gone to the letterbox. But before, I've only just had my driving license being returned from changing my address. So before, I didn't have ID that matched my address. It was a big deal. That would have really pissed me off, because I would have to rebook the delivery for a day that I'm off and waiting all day for it to fucking come. But it was a piece of piss. Glitch dropped me down to the post office. I was in there 2 minutes. Any ID? Yeah, here's my ID. Here's your thing. And fuck off, like, do you know what I mean? Anyway, so the magazine it's a Nintendo magazine. And love the cover. It's got Killer Instinct on the cover. So again, I'll definitely... Oh, it's got... Oh, what a page to open it on. Primal Rage for the fucking Game Boy. Looks fucking terrible. Oh, they did have in there saying about looks terrible. Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. I didn't know there's a compilation on the Game Boy. Chris said his shit anyway, so it probably was shite, janky and slow and everything I hate about the fighting game, you know. But I didn't know. I'm always, every time I go to Super Smart, I'm learning new things all the time. Something I didn't know, you know. So, and the final game, which is the game I ordered on Amazon. This is on my watch list, and I think couldn't sleep or something. And I was just like having a quick look at my wish list or watch list, whatever the fuck is wish list, isn't it? Having a quick look at my wish list, and this game is normally £25, but it was like 20 quid for a day or something, and there was like a countdown. It was like, to get it at this price, you need to order it in the next 3 hours, 21 minutes and 19 seconds kind of thing. So I thought, fuck, I'll just buy it, save myself a fiver, and it arrived the next day. It's Okinawa Rush. Now again, I didn't know anything about this. I found this on, I think I was watching Radical Reggie, picked it up, and he was like, this game is brilliant, kind of thing. So, Reggie, I hope it's good. I was going to, won't be impressed. But yeah, normally when he says a game is excellent, and he was like really singing its praises, so he does know what he's talking about. Love him or hate him, he does know what he's on about. There we are. So it's still sealed. That's probably just going to go on its shelf for the time being, because I've given an update on what I'm playing. Then obviously I've got my series around the world of 80 games. I'm playing a different fighting game. If you didn't know, where have you been? What are you doing? Yeah. If you didn't know, I'm doing 80 fighting games in 80 days. I'm playing a different fighting game every single day for 80 days. That's my little challenge I've set myself, and obviously filming it and it's going on the old YouTube, okay? But the other games I'm playing is Lego Star Wars on the PS5. That's such a relaxing game. It's like, you play a fighting game. Okay, tip. I'm doing a couple of videos in one go. So if I've got a couple of hours in the evening, I'll do like 2 or 3 videos. Then if I want to change a pace, Lego Star Wars is the perfect change of pace for me. It's a really relaxing game. I've just started as well, with my finger like that. I've just started my playthrough on Final Fantasy VII. And when I say just started, it's installed, and when you go through the home screen, as I'm scrolling across it, the music's beautiful. Jesus Christ, I've heard that music before. I think in Final Fantasy 15, it plays in the car and you can change the radio stations. And that stood out to me as such a nice, chilled out, relaxing song. Because obviously what they've done is all the songs from the full Final Fantasy series is on the car radio, in case you didn't know. And I thought, I like that. So I just clicked it and I thought, I'll have a look. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm only about half hour in. I've just got to the first save state. It's just games, that's why I got to be careful. I can't be, quick 10 minutes now, because you can't save whenever you want. You can't say, quick 10 minutes, boom, save, get out of here. you've got to find a save state, haven't you? So that's my only gripe with it. But I love the look of it. Cloud, I've been introduced to him now. He's got a little badass with a bit of attitude. Yeah, but so far, so very fucking good on that. So thanks, Glitch, for my birthday present. I'm thoroughly going to enjoy playing through that. I think that was everything. Yeah, that was everything I got today or this week and what I've been up to. Let me know in the comments what are you playing at the moment. Anyone playing the new Turtle Shredder's Revenge? I think it came out yesterday on physical on Amazon. I feel like I've saved myself £50 now by not buying that Street Fighter, so I can justify spending £30 on Shredder's Revenge. I got a feeling that's going to be a game that will sell out, and then all the scalpers, you'll have to pay scalper prices. I just got this feeling it's going to be a hard game to get hold of, you know. That's Tony's tip of the day. Yeah, we're going to cut it off there now. It's enough talking shit. By the way, that's Blazboo in the background. Sorry, enough talking shit. Stop talking, Tony. Thank you very much for watching. As always, love you. Bye.